Hello everyone, this is Joe the Orange, and today I am playing one pike unit with 2 archers. But like most tier 4 games, this game is pretty random. There's a lot of mistakes made by everyone, but you know, if you've got that slight bit more knowledge of how the game works, it puts you at a massive advantage. Now if you're wondering about the title of the video, you'll see towards the end I want your guys' honest opinion on something. I think I made the right choice. But it seems pretty much my whole team disagree with me apart from 2 people. And those 2 people know me. I've played a few games with them here and there, so of course they're going to side with me. So yeah, give me your honest opinion. I think I definitely made the right choice. I watched this replay like 3 times, but this pre-made group, I'm pretty sure it's pre-made because about 4 of them reckon I didn't, but you know, they might suffer from a bit of Down syndrome or something, who knows. Anyway guys, back to the pikes and 2 archers. The reason I choose pikes is people are scared of them. That's one thing I've noticed about pikes. People are fucking freaked out the minute they see pikes, which is a pretty good advantage over spears. And the other thing is you can make this big line, and what happens is people don't want to take pikes on from the front, so they have to run around. If you have 2 archer units, that buys you a lot of time while they're trying to run around your pike unit. You might lose your pike unit, but you'll save your 2 archer units. And that's basically what you want. You want to save your archer units. That's why you've got a melee unit with you. So that's the advantage of having pikes. You can save your range units. You can buy them a lot of time simply by being pikes and being able to form a really big line of death. While with spears, people would just engage that spear unit with one of their own units and then charge the other 2 around to get to your archers. So you're not buying as much time, you know, when you bring spears along with you. And you can't block off passageways without actually having to fight. Like pikes, you put them down, block off the whole passageway, and people will not fight you. I'll discuss the advantage of spears a bit later, but at the moment I'll talk about this bit. So usually people are scared of pikes, and he definitely can see me because they have the watchtower, so I'm not sure what the go was here. He's just coming straight at me. This is what happens at tier 4, I guess, like, just random shit. So I have my pikes down, and boom. He's fucking getting nailed by both sides. I wish the cavalry actually drew out. I'm not too worried about Banana John, because I've seen him play before, so I'm not too worried about him screwing me over and running into my pike units. And that's one advantage of knowing certain players. I know that he's not going to do anything fucking stupid. But that horse unit I wasn't too sure about, so I did end up dropping my pikes, which is probably was a mistake. You know, like, it makes it easier when you're surrounded by your allies simply just to drop your pikes, because you don't want to really risk that friendly fire, especially when you're playing around people you don't know. And pikes without pikes are surprisingly good at like supporting other melee units. So as you can see, we've taken out that heavy sword unit on open ground simply by outnumbering him. But that's the thing with pikes. You can either charge them in the front and just get completely owned and give that player a lot of points, or you have to run around or just back off. So it kind of limits what they can do, especially if they don't have full line of sight of the forest area which we were in. So he might not even seen Banana John there, and he thought maybe he could get around me. Doesn't seem like it though. It seems like he just wanted to fucking die horribly. So anyways, back to the reasons that spear units can be better defending 2 archers. They don't have that many advantages, but they're more reliable in general. They don't have as many bugs. And while pikes do very well against cavalry, they're still not as good at dealing with cavalry as spear units. Like a spear unit defending 2 archers, you can stack your 2 archers on top of the spear unit, and any horses, especially with Leonidas, any horses that try to kill your archers are going to take a shit ton of damage. So you got all that bracing power and that, you know, extra damage against horses. So definitely better against cavalry. So if you're more worried about cavalry, then yeah, spears are probably better. But overall, pikes are better because they can defend against everything basically. And the other thing about pikes is they're really good at holding flags because they can have that thin line, and if artillery shoots, it hits probably about 3 of them. You know, that's one really good thing about pikes as well. And with archers, taking those towers can be pretty important. So as you can see, those horses were scared of my pike unit. Even though they don't actually have pikes, they still do pretty damn well against horse units. And that's the thing, like, pikes have this fear factor. Everyone's fucking scared of them. They could easily run around, like, if they had enough units and take them out, which they do end up doing later. But in general, pikes are really good at defending units just because everyone's scared. That's one thing I really enjoy. Well, once you figure out the weakness of pikes, once you figure out when they're bugged, you can take advantage of that heaps and kill pikes easily. But most people haven't figured out when they actually are bugging out or not, so yeah, they work pretty well at the moment. Now, as you can see, we have a lead point-wise, but at the same time, they have more troops at the moment. And they have cavalry. We have some, but not as many as them. So it's actually a pretty even game. And if they get one cav charge onto our artillery, then they'll probably catch up in points. And you may have noticed they have more units, while our units have more health. And it's actually better to have more units, because you can surround people with flanks, charges, etc. You got more mobility, basically. Especially when it comes to cavalry, they only need about 6 cavalry, 7 cavalry to take on a whole range unit. So as you can see, here comes some light infantry, and I have cavalry on the other side, so it's a good opportunity for the enemies to wedge me in. Luckily I get away with it and yeah, survive this. Because with that pike unit, I could either kill those 3 light infantry or kill the cavalry. But if they don't work as a team, then I'll just survive with everything, which pretty much happened. He does draw out with a few sword units and try to kill me, but they're at such low health, I can just charge my pikes like this and they're gone. There we go. Now at the moment it's like 540 versus 466, but we have archers and siege equipment, which can die pretty easily, and they have still a fair bit of cav left. And then we have these heavies, which is just going to take a massive amount of time to kill. And I can see their cav running back to our base. I know they're going for that cap, so I decide I should start actually heading back to base. Because our cav unit can reset it, but he'll end up losing. And then they have even more cavs, so I want to take them out, but they've got so many numbers I won't be able to. And they're also heading for the cap, so there's no way our cavalry unit can reset the base by himself. He can do it once and that's it. And this is the bit where these guys have a fucking theory. So they've already started capping our base right now, right? And we haven't even started capping theirs. And they have heavies and pikes to go through before we can even start capping. So if we don't reset them, to me, we're fucked. So I'm going back to base. And the thing is, I have ranged units, so I don't have to get all the way back to base. I just have to get, decently close so I can focus fire them and decap it. And we have a cavalry unit there, so he's going to be able to decap once. And the guy who's fucking trolling me has the lowest score in the fucking game. So anything he says, I'm going to do the opposite. Because basically, he's fucking shit. So anything he says, if you do the opposite, it's going to get you more points and you're going to win. So that was a bit of my theory there. If this cunt's shit and he wants me to go cap, I should do the opposite. And then, yeah, basically about 4 of them think, oh, you fucking lost us a game, you're so shit. Well, they can suck my dick. Like, literally, I think they're shit. Like, I wouldn't say anything if they didn't say anything. But maybe if they fucking helped during the start of the game and actually got a decent score, then I'd take their opinion into account. But since they're so fucking shit, why should I? And this is where I need your guys' opinion. Like, my reasoning was, oh, we can't actually cap quick enough. And then these guys had the worst fucking scores in the game, and they said I should cap. So to me, that means definitely don't fucking cap. So I want an outsider's perspective. Do you reckon I made the right choice or the wrong choice, and why? Because, yeah, I was playing the game, and when you're playing the game, it's more personal than fucking... I couldn't really take their opinions seriously when they're so fucking shit, and they're calling me a noob and stuff, so... And plus, like, I've got the fucking highest score in the game. I've done all this work for you cunts, and you're being useless the whole game. So why should I take your fucking opinion seriously? I didn't say anything when that Alex dude, I watched the replay from other angles. I didn't say anything when that Alex dude just ran the fuck in and tried to take 10 people on at once and died horribly. I didn't say, oh, good job, dickhead. It's him that fucking started this. He's such a fucking scrub. Literally, that's the cunt who has a shit fucking score, has heaps of friendly fire, and still calls people noobs. They're the fucking biggest noobs of all. If you ever notice, every game, if you look at the cunt that's calling someone noobs, like 90% of the time, he is the biggest fucking scrub out there. I mean, everyone gets a bad score once in a while, but when you get that bad score, shut the fuck up, because you're getting carried by your team. You did fuck all. Like, if I get a shit score, I'm not going to go around saying, oh, you're a noob. But I guess the good thing is, those guys will always be out there to feed on. They're so fucking shit, they're easy points. And they will never improve because they actually think they're good, even though they're the dumbest cunts out there. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe and thumbs up.